Sam blocked himself from buried anger and hurt. He couldn't manifest what he wanted. And he listened to me on YouTube and he said, "It's not that, Scott. It's not that I've buried anger and hurt. It's that I feel like I'm powerless to effectuate change in my life. I can't get things done. I can't finish a project. I get really passionate about something and then I just peter out." So it has something to do with procrastination and a sense of powerlessness or helplessness, Scott. It's not anger and hurt. And I said, well, maybe that's why you're blocked, is because you keep distracting yourself from the target. So you took the repression test here and you found buried anger and hurt. These are two emotions that you really don't feel much. So they're frozen in your body, stored there as just a contraction. So if you notice when you're sabotaging yourself, that contraction is involved. It feels like you can't do something. Do you notice that? He said, yes, but I don't feel it in my body like you say. And I said, well, maybe you've never looked. Like if you pull up something that you want to do and you feel into that contraction and you say, I can do that, what happens? And he felt the I can't in his stomach. And I said, is this where you kind of believe that the powerlessness is the issue right here? He says, yes, because as soon as I feel like I can't, I don't have any power to make change. And I said, well, go into the contraction and ask, what do I get out of believing that I'm powerless? And he said, I get love and I stay safe. And I said, well, then how does powerlessness keep you safe? And then from what? And he just sat there a long time and he didn't even consider that there would be something under the powerlessness. He had distracted himself from the root of suffering so much that when I presented evidence of the real driver, he wanted to deny it because it was safer to believe he was powerless than it was to feel and express anger and hurt to people, to be authentic, and therefore to never be blocked again. Because he was blocking himself by holding himself back and then identifying with something false. So he finally got on a process of focusing on the buried hurt and anger and removed those blocks, which were self-created from repression. And that's how it works. See, one of the things about working with the secret or manifesting is that if you don't see that you're creating your own blocks and from where, you can't remove them because you want them there. When you're unconscious, you want to stay safe and get love above all else. Even when you tell yourself you want this or that at the conscious level, the unconscious is driving it. And one of the things that it does is fool us into thinking that these identities are the real block. But they're there because we can't be our authentic self. They're produced by the repression. Sabotages. If you're interested in getting started, you can take our test, repressiontest.com. Then you discover the emotions that are buried that are blocking you. If you get on our newsletter, I'm going to be doing some things in the future to help people end sabotage by getting to the true root of suffering. Thank you.